Hello everybody, I'm InTheLittleWood, also known as Martin. No time to dilly-dally, let's get into week 5, season 6 of Fortnite. Oh actually, let's just dilly-dally for like 1 second. Just as a reminder, if you have completed every single challenge so far this season, next week when you finish that final set, we will get the blockbuster skin. In the comment section below, let's start speculating. What do you think it's going to be? Challenge number 1, it came from the sky. This challenge is probably going to push a lot of you guys out your comfort zone, much as it has me. This week, we need to go ahead and grab ourselves 3 supply drops. Yep, those bountiful, beautiful boxes from heaven are now coming down, and everybody's going to want to get them, not just the tryhards. Challenge number 2. Here comes the boom! Now, I don't know if Epic threw this challenge in to test out the new nerf that they introduced yesterday, but go ahead and try and get yourselves 1000 damage with shotguns, and you heard me correctly, they have lowered the damage on all of the shotties, which means now that your 9 HP damage shot will now only do about 4. Kappa. Challenge number 3. Ariel's collection. So we all remember the Disney movie, right? Where Ariel, the mermaid, collects lots of different things, leaves them in a huge expanse of water. Get yourselves over to Loot Lake and find yourself 7 chests, and here is where you can find a few of them. So let's begin with the rather expensive looking house that lives at the very northern point of Loot Lake. You can usually find one in the garage there. Moving slightly to the east, you're going to find yourselves the watchtower, and a chest usually sits atop of it. Continue around the clock face, and next up you're going to find the very small dock. You know where we found the rubber ducky previously? Well, inside of the hut, at the end of that, you can find a chest. Continuing around from there, so it's a relatively northeastern point of Loot Lake, you're going to find yourself a raised bit of surface, and on there there's a campsite as well as a chest. Just south of there, there's a large rock inside of the water and a little bit of land space just on the front of it. If you head over to that, there's often 1, sometimes 2 chests. For the rest of the clock face around the bottom, there aren't really any other chests except for one that lives on a boat in the water. And that will make us arrive at the factories on the western side of Loot Lake. Head yourselves down there, and in the southern building you can usually find 2 chests. One is on the ground floor opposite the staircase, and the other one is on the top floor. The building slightly north of that has now been converted into a dance party. It's the one where you have to dance in the corners for the challenge. Well, if you make your way up onto the second floor, you'll find a chest right there. Then last but certainly not least, the Loot Lake house itself. There are a couple here, but I'm just going to tell you where 2 of them are. You can find one on the southwestern end of the entire sort of land mass. It's on a slightly lower ledge than what the house is sat on. And then inside the house itself, you can head to the back bedroom, and in there, there's another chest. So as I said, that's not all of the chests in Loot Lake, that's just a couple of them to get you started. Challenge number 4, the cover-up. So with this week's update on Tuesday, we noticed a few more hop rocks disappear and a load of new posters take their place. This week, Epic wants us to use our graffiti skills to cover up 7 of these posters, and here is where you can find them. The first one can be found in the southern building at the motel. Next up, you want to head into the tunnel by Tomato Town, and on the eastern side, on the eastern wall, you'll find one there. From here, you want to head southeast in the world until you reach that large collection of shipping containers. You want to stay up on the raised portion of that area, and in the southwestern corner, you'll find yourselves a poster. Next up, you want to head north for Salty Springs until you find that huge stone pillar, and on there, about a third of the way up, you're going to find a poster. Now it's time to head back to somewhere where Omega has already left his mark, but a poster doesn't hurt either. Get yourself down to the prison in the southeastern area of the map, and inside one of the cells, you can find a poster. Next up, you're going to go to one of my favourite locations. Head a little bit northeast of Flush Factory, and there's that sort of random collection of buildings, isn't there? The nightclub on the northern end of that town, you can find a poster in the entrance. Continue north of there, and the first bridge that you come across along the main water stream, you can find a poster on the raised area just there. Now, a meteor wasn't the only thing that hit Tilted Towers. If you head to the southern end of Tilted Towers, go down the huge metal staircase, right there you're going to find yourself another poster. And the final one lives in one of the creepier locations in the entire map. No, I'm not talking about Haunted Hills, I'm talking about that weird abandoned house which is just to the west of Pleasant Park. Challenge number 5. They confirmed it! Now, you might be wondering what I'm screaming about, but just let me read you the description on this, okay? So it says, search between a playground, a campsite, and a footprint. We speculated as to whether that was a footprint in the southwestern corner of the entire map, and a lot of us surmised that, oh, well, maybe that's just the trail of the meteor, or like a small piece of it as it landed. But now Epic have said it's canon, it is a footprint. What does that mean? Let's go now northwest of Greasy Grove, and when you're at the foot of the mountain, you'll find this week's star just there. Challenge number 6. Super Mega Gamer. No, actually, it's Submachine Gun. Go ahead, jump into the game, get 3 kills with SMGs, and that's that one done. Challenge number 7. Anybody for shopping? Pretty simple one to finish things out this week. Head on down to Retail Row and get 3 kills. And here it is, this week's free Battle Pass tier and new blockbuster wallpaper. This is probably one of my favourite ones so far. You can see Omega sat there having a cup of tea with Valor, everything's looking chill, and if you look just slightly in the background on the very comically named fork knife truck, you can see that there's a Battle Pass star sitting on top of there. Make your way down to Greasy Grove, and on top of that very same truck, you'll find yourself this week's free Battle Pass tier. So there we are, everybody. Week 6 is complete, and Week 7 has a new skin on the horizon. Thank you so much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, be sure to leave a like on it, and just before you go, a cheeky little plug of a new channel that I've just set up. If you're interested in Fortnite, you want to hear some music and some raps, then please go and check out my new channel, Fortnite Raps. It's linked down below, and I'm aiming to get 1 song out a week, and we're beginning with the new Thief skin, so the Rapscallion and the Scoundrel. I've done a song all about them, and I think it's really fun, and it's completely open to you guys as to what things I cover inside of those tracks. So if you've got a certain skin, weapon, map change, whatever it is, let me know in the comments on the first song that is going out tonight as to what I should be covering next. Have a good one, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.